Hello Internet, my name is Shiron115 and welcome back to World of Tanks Blitz. I'm posting another video already. This replay system really is making it so much easier. Today, it's going to be a shorter video because we're going to just take a quick look at the Tiger because you're going to be seeing probably a lot of this tank. It's a really fantastic tank and I've been playing it a lot lately. You've already seen what it can do in a tier 8 battle when in my review on the Chieftain. So we're going to take a quick look at the stats and then I'm going to show you a game that showcases what a tank with basically the perfect combination of mobility, armor, and firepower can do. So let's take a quick look at the stats. With the equipment that I have, which buffs the hit points a little bit, my Tiger has 1,540 hit points. That's more than any tier 7 in the game beside, well, it's tied with the KV-3 and the Tiger P, its sister. It's got 100 millimeters of hull armor, 82 on the sides and rear. Turret armor is the same. And the problem with the Tiger's armor is that it's basically a brick. There's really no significant angling or sloping going on there. Although the front of the turret is pretty interesting because that's a 100 millimeter gun mantle over it, so that's 100 millimeters of spaced armor that it's got to go through, and then it's got to go through 100 millimeters of turret front armor. And with that much spaced armor at the front, there's a good chance that a shell that hits it will just get absorbed by the spaced armor. So this tank can be pretty good hull down. Now this thing is a very heavy tank, 57.53 tons. But the engine definitely has the power to move this thing quickly. I think it was a 780 horsepower engine after they buffed it, but with all my equipment fit, it's an 858 horsepower engine. It's a very good engine for this tank, and it will reach its top speed of 44 kilometers per hour. That is very fast for a heavy tank. And it also turns very well, almost a 50-degree traverse speed and a 30-degree turret traverse speed. This thing turns like a medium. The shell damage is a little low, it's only an 88mm gun, but the penetration is very good, 203 with AP, 237 with APCR, and 40 with HE. 220 damage with AP, 190 APCR, and 270 with HE. But the accuracy is phenomenal, .308 with my equipment and consumables and provisions and all that stuff. 0.45 second aiming time, but this tank is very good at firing on the move, so you really don't need to use the aiming time. The rate of fire is also nearly 11 rounds per minute, and this is post-nerf to the rate of fire. This thing had a ridiculous rate of fire before the nerf, but it's still a very good damage dealer. V-range it's not great. It's only 271.2 with my equipment. It's not a great V-range, but it's also not bad. Now this thing does have a frontally mounted transmission, so that chance of fire on impact of 20%, it is pretty bad, as you'll see in the replay. So what equipment should you be running on this thing? Well, you'll want to run the adrenaline, the multi-kit, and the repair kit. That's just what you want to run, and it's what I run for most tanks, but the Tiger definitely benefits from the adrenaline very much. Provisions, run both chocolates. Get that rate of fire up as high as possible, because it's already good. And then get the improved fuel to, help with all the movement. It really does make a big difference. Here's my ammo loadout, 45, 17, and 10. This thing does carry a lot of ammunition, so you don't have to worry about taking in a few APCR rounds. You will never run out of ammunition in this thing. And here's my equipment loadout. I got the gun rammer, the enhanced gun laying drive, and the vertical stabilizers. Got the defense system, improved assembly, enhanced tracks, consumable delivery, improved control. I always run improved control on all of my tanks, and improved optics. So, what happens when you take a Tiger and put it against 4 tanks, and you drive the Tiger well and go in at the right time? Well, let's see. I will warn you, this replay does start off a bit slow. My thinking here is looking at the amount of mediums and lights the enemy has. Actually, I should probably explain this in detail. I was playing, I believe, the Tiger P on this same map. Except I was on the opposite side, I was over there. And there was somebody in a 4503, and he ended up being a very good player, and he was kind of sitting over by C. Not close, well, kind of close to it. But he was sitting in a bush, basically spotting the base. So while we're up over here, duking it out with the guys over here, we're not taking any flanking fire. And I was, you know, upset at first because I didn't think he was doing that much over there, but it turns out that he was keeping the enemy from shooting at us. And once he explained that to me, I've started doing this too. So my thinking was and you'll see it in the chat, I was going to go down there and try to spot C. You know, try and stop the flanking fire. Now, over there's a very nice spot to spot C without getting detected. Over here, not so much, and unfortunately I didn't figure that out for a good bit. But when I did figure it out, oh boy, you should see what I do. So the KV-1's saying A, and I'm saying you guys go A and I'll spot C. So I start driving over there. Now, the Victory, I was thinking that both of them were going to go over there and ruin it, but the Victory does take the hint. He kind of heads off, and he actually takes up the position that I probably should have taken up. That position right there probably would have been better than what I picked. But there was the T-23E3. He's the only other one that came over. Now, the problem with this spot down here that I go to is that, one, I get spotted, so they know I'm down here. And two, that bush blocks this area a good bit. So anything that's behind there, I'm probably not going to see. So, you know, I'm checking around. But mostly I'm focused on this guy. Putting a few shots into him. You know, getting the gun to work. I was honestly surprised that he sat there and let me take the second shot. So I'm trying to ping the enemy, you know, or our guys and say, hey, keep an eye on Sector 2 because there's a lot of tanks over here. Unfortunately, they are catching some shots in the flank. The Kuro, I'm not sure what he's doing, but... Now, watch what happens to the enemy Tiger. Where did all of his health go? He was on full health earlier, and now he's... Look at that. Driving a German heavy tank, or well, really a German tank of any kind, and not having a fire extinguisher is a terribly stupid idea. We're down 1-0, but I'm still trying to use this bush, and it does take a while for me to figure it out, but eventually I do figure it out. And then, so now we're down 2-0. I try to take up a more aggressive position where, yeah, I'm going to get detected if they come up, but I can, you know, I can still spot them. And it's at this point that the penny drops when you go down 3-0 that I realize, oh crap, if I don't go in there, we're going to lose. Put one into him. The VK hits me once, and I just go in. It's 4-on-1 here. Bounce 1. Bounce 2. Didn't get that one. I'm on fire. Put it out quickly. Look at the beating this tank is taking. Bounce 1. Kill him. Bounce 2. Bounce 3. Kill him. The AMX 1375 was a little unhappy with me. Ram him. Shoot him. Full damage roll. Get hit there. Bounce another shot. Kill him. Focus my attention on him. Puts one into me. I'm on 42 health. Blow his tracks off. Get around him. The KV-2 is seeing what's going on. He's going, jeez, dude. Put another one in. Bounce his shot. That was an APCR round because it was going to have done 190 damage. Put another one in, and finally somebody takes him out. That was awesome. I went in there, took on 4 tanks at one time in very close proximity, killed 3 of them, and walked away alive as my team finally took out the last one. It turned so quickly. In that time, they killed the other guys over there. The game turned around that quickly. That was so much fun right there. That's what the Tiger can do if it's driven well. I mean, look at the carnage I left. Oh, this is... It's such an amazing tank. And when this game first came out, this was a very bad tank. Probably one of the worst tanks in the game, but it's gotten a lot of love lately, even after it got nerfed. This is one of my best tanks. It was also my first tier 7, so... It being good now holds a special place in my heart. Watch your 6, everyone. I'll see you next time.